We're on top of developing news right now in New Britain, where new documents show former New Britain Mayor and now gubernatorial candidate Erin Stewart spent hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars on makeup, clothing, and a membership to a private club.
Your reporter Owen Kingsley joins us live from New Britain this morning. Owen, break down what you know.
Yeah, no, it certainly is a long, lengthy list. Diapers, dinners, many other things like that purchased using her city credit card, racking up a more than $200,000 bill over the span of just about 9 years. Now, this morning, many are asking whether or not these were personal purchases. Halloween costumes, kids' gummy vitamins, Costco trips, maternity clothes, and prints from a company that makes wedding invites just months before Stewart got married. Thousands of pages of files reveal the numerous things that Stewart bought using taxpayer dollars. She made bigger purchases too, like a membership to the private Hartford Club for over $18,000. On or around her birthday for 4 straight years, she spent hundreds of dollars on dinners. All of these charges came between the years of 2016 and 2025. Taxpayers in New Britain want to hear from Stewart whether these were justifiable purchases with city funds.
Connecticut is already kind of high as far as tax and things of that nature, people trying to make ends meet. We're all in this together, so it's just very unfair.
Now, Erin Stewart, who is running for governor, we reached out to her yesterday about these allegations. So far, her team has not yet responded. Your reporter live in New Britain, I'm Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.